On this episode of Performance TV, we're here in Las Vegas for the 2015 SEMA Show. We're going to see what all goes on at this annual event. It's the Super Bowl for autos, so buckle up. Here we go.
Welcome to Performance TV. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the 2015 SEMA Show, the biggest automotive aftermarket show in the world. I'm with Peter. This show, I've been coming for years and years, and it just seems to get bigger and bigger every year.
Well, you know, really, our goal isn't to be the biggest. Our goal is to be the best. And the thought is that if we deliver the best marketplace for this industry to do business in, it'll become the biggest. But really, we want the best exhibitors, we want the best attendees, and if you make that kind of impact on the industry and you create that kind of goal, you're very successful.
For the viewers at home, what does SEMA all have on display, all the booths? I mean, I've seen a little bit of everything here.
Well, there are all kinds of car shows that go on, all kinds of great car shows go on every weekend. The SEMA show is different because it's closed to the public, and it's not really a car show. Sure, there's a lot of great cars here, but it's a B2B show, a business event that is all about the parts that make cars cool, parts that make cars look great and perform great. That really is the fundamental foundation of the SEMA show.
We want to give all the viewers a little taste of what SEMA has. We're going to give you a behind the scenes and let you see what everything they have here at the 2015 SEMA show. If you're like me, I like my tools nice and neat. I found an item here at SEMA that I've got to have in my toolbox. I'm with Tom from Plyworks. This is a really neat organized idea. How'd you come up with this?
Well, I always had a mess in my drawer of pliers, and one day I was walking down Home Depot, and they had these ventilated shelves that were just wires like that, and I bent one up and made it fit and had it for 10 years. And then a tool salesman kept saying, "You need to make and sell that." Finally, I did.
Now, this will fit like in the average toolbox, all the toolboxes, or you can customize it a little bit.
Yep, it's made 2.5 inches tall, so it'll fit in a Craftsman box that's just 2.5 inch drawer. Your average drawer is 3 inches tall, so it fits in those easily. It comes this long, which holds 32 pliers, and as you can see, we just cut off what we needed and put it in this drawer. Fits just right.
It holds all your pliers nice and neat. You never know where they're at. If there's a missing hole, you know where they're out somewhere.
That's it. And also, we have spaces that are a little thinner and a little wider because some pliers have the big insulated handles, so it holds multiple size pliers.
And you come up with something new. You had a lot of demand. People wanted to put one on a pegboard and hang it so you could have your pliers hanging. How'd you come up with that one?
Well, I thought about it a long time, and that was really the way you had to make it work. When you stand something up, it's got to be in a box. And this worked well. I thought about dividers and everything else, but since this fit so nice, and I wanted something nice and heavy, beefy, so mechanics could use it, and so the metal box is what it became.
If you want to keep all your tools nice, neat, organized, get a Plyworks pliers organizer, pliers rack. You need to get one of these for Christmas. I'm sure Dad would love it. Let's check in with Kathy.
You know, we see a lot of beautiful cars here on the SEMA show floor, and they didn't all start off that way. They needed a lot of preparation, and we are standing in the middle of the future of surface preparation with dustless blasting. And Benny, lots of tools here to choose from where folks can have these right in their shop at home.
Well, that's right, Kathy. This is actually a tool that shops would utilize to do their own work, control their own destiny. And when they have projects that have a time frame to deal with, they want to be able to do it themselves. We also have the business, and Zach will tell us a little bit more about how this comes into play with the dustless blasters.
Absolutely. So the mobile paint stripping and cleaning business has just absolutely endless possibilities. one of which, of course, is blasting cars, for just as you suggested, the preparation. But there's graffiti removal, boat bottom cleaning, sealer removal off of concrete. Literally everything in the world around us is painted and dirty. And so a lot of entrepreneurs choose to pick up one of our turnkey packages and go ahead and provide that mobile paint stripping and cleaning service in their own communities.
Having a tool like this in the shop, Benny, it's environmentally friendly.
Well, it absolutely is. We use recycled bottle glass as a media, which is completely inert. So it's not hazardous to the operators, it's not hazardous to the environment, animals, insects, birds, what have you not. And it's very easy to clean up because we use about 1/3 the amount of abrasive in our process than standard type sandblasters.
And of course, I don't know about you, but I hate sanding too. And this is going to take care of the whole thing. You can find out more. Just hop on the website that you see on the bottom of your screen. And we'll continue with more here from SEMA 2015 on Performance TV right after this.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Race Gas. Get more out of your engine. Vidanza, engineered excellence, proven performance. Boostnatics, the original makers of the electric turbo keychain. And by Rough Sack, easy, fast, dry cargo protection.
Welcome back to Performance TV. I've been working SEMA, and let me tell you, I've been working really hard. Thought I'd stop by the Traxxas booth and chit-chat with a few of my friends. How's SEMA going? You having fun?
It's going well, it's going quick, and we're having fun with all of our friends here at Traxxas.
There's a lot to see at SEMA, so let's check in with Kathy and see what she's found.
Well, Tommy, as we walk through the SEMA show, which just gets bigger and bigger every year, sometimes you're surprised you run into folks that, hey, we had you in the studio, Dennis from Filter Blaster. Dennis, what are you doing here at SEMA?
Just promoting the Filter Blaster even more. We're now into powder coating, and soon we'll be into cleaning out pool and hot tub filters as well.
And we just happen to be in a booth here at SEMA as one of your authorized dealers.
Yes, absolutely. Powder Depot and Famous Tools is one of our sellers in Florida.
You know, I was really impressed the times that you've been in the studio, and we take a look at everything that comes with the kit and what it does.
Yeah, it is an amazing tool, and people that have used it just love this thing. So,
well, we talk about the powder coating, which is, of course, you know, what we're looking at right now. But this is also an application that can be used on farms, everything else, any place that there's a filter.
Yeah, any place there's a canister filter, from your little tiny shop vacs to the biggest piece of mining equipment that's out there on the road today.
Now, I know this, but I want you to share with our viewers, you can really save a filter quite a few times.
Yes, absolutely. We can give you 20 times the life out of the filter, but in heavy equipment, we're averaging 5 gallons an hour savings by cleaning out your filter and letting that engine breathe like it should.
How does this work?
It's a centrifugal force air induction chamber, but basically any canister filter from only 3.5 inches inside diameter and only 3 inches tall, clear to 12 inches inside diameter, and it really doesn't matter if the filter's even 10 foot tall. You can put as many extensions on it as you possibly need to. At 125 PSI coming off the airline hose, the air ride bearing's doing 2,700 RPMs, so you're sealing the filter, it's cleaning it as you just slowly pull it up and slowly bring it back down. That quick, the filter's clean, put it back in that piece of equipment or back in your powder coating booth.
And going to save yourself a lot of money and, of course, keep your equipment running so much better. Dennis, if we want to find out more, where can we find your website?
Go to filterblaster.com.
All right, and Tommy, there you have it. And what do you have for us next?
If you're ever going to store your car and you want to drive it, it's not going to have flat spotted tires when you take it out of the garage, you need Flat Jack. This is Rick from Flat Jack. This is a pretty cool and neat item you have.
It's pretty amazing. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my God, that's the most awesome thing ever. It's simplistic. It's like the little paper umbrella in a drink. It's like, why didn't I think of that?
Right. Now, you sit a car in a garage for a long time. You go to take it out of the garage. It's got a thump, thump, thump when you drive it. It's because the tire's been sitting on the hard surface. This is going to cure that problem.
Right. What it does, a car can actually develop a flat spot within 2 to 3 weeks. And what it does is this holds the tire in round. So when it goes in there, it keeps the tire completely round. A normal tire contact is about 2 to 3 inches. And with this, it's 5 times wider. So it cradles the tire in round. But the big benefit that we have to offer here is it allows the suspension to be loaded. So if you put a car up on jack stands, your suspension hangs down, which is not good for it. A car is designed to be loaded, and this allows the suspension to be loaded and protect your tires all at the same time.
Right, and needless to say, if you're going to jack your car up, it's going to take a long time. You got slide jack stands under it. This is simple. It's very thin when it's deflated, and
Right.
you just stop short and then roll the car forward.
Yeah, you pull in your garage about where you want it to go. You stop about halfway of the bag short. You slip these in front of all 4 tires. You roll the car forward till the tire's in the middle. You air it up with 10 to 12 pounds worth of air pressure, max of 14. The car is sitting there and it's done.
Now, how quick can you get the air out and move the car once you're ready to go?
You can take the car out in 30 seconds. It's a matter of just unscrewing the valve, letting all the air out, back the car out, enjoy it. Whereas if you got a car on jack stands, it's a 2-hour process to take that car down without scratching your undercarriage or your finished paint spots. It's super simple to use.
Man, check it out. If you got a car in storage, flat jack. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Performance TV after this.
You're watching Performance TV SEMA 2015 from Las Vegas.
Just when I thought I was in Las Vegas, I guess I ended up in Metropolis, or the Metropolis version of Las Vegas, something like that. Check out this Superman car. You just never know what in the world you're going to see here at SEMA. And the theme has been taken all the way through the car. We've got the doors coming up, got the Lambo doors. The steering wheel is probably the oddest thing. I'm not exactly sure how that would feel to drive this car, but hey, when you're the Man of Steel and you got the protection, you just gotta watch out for Lex Luthor and his kryptonite. Hey, let's see what Tommy's up to.
If you're wanting to set your car apart, what better way to do it than a lip kit? I'm with AJ from AllFit. Now, you've got something that's very unique and very universal for everybody.
Yep, it's a flexible material so you can fit and form it to any style or shape bumper, but it's rigid enough to truly protect from the curbs and scrapes. Once you securely install it, you don't have to worry about it flapping around or anything because of the unique material that we use.
Right, I don't have to say I've got this certain car, I need this certain kit. Your kit will fit any vehicle.
Yep, and we guarantee that. You don't have to worry about the length that we're selling it in. Any car, you come to our website and you order the product and it's guaranteed to fit. So if you buy a front kit, it's guaranteed to fit a front end. And you cut at the end of the lip, you install it with the curves and shapes of the bumper, and then you cut it at the end and it's ready to go.
Truly universal. You also have some options, though. You have different sizes, and then you've got something new, some new colors?
Yep, we are very excited about our new colors that we scrambled to really get launched for SEMA, and but we sell traditional we sell it in different widths. So we sell it in a traditional, a mid, and a fat. It depends on what the customer wants, maybe a bold style or maybe a smaller style, but still get the great protection. And then we sell it in those new colors that we're very excited about, and we have it in red, black, dark gray, light gray or silver, and pink and white.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a neat deal. It's easy to install. It's going to fit your car no matter what. It doesn't matter if you have a minivan or a Ferrari, your product's going to make it.
Absolutely. Any car, let us prove it to you, put our product to the test, and we can assure you after you install it, the results are going to be great.
Go ahead and check out their website. Make your car look different than the rest. We got to check in with Kathy and see what she's found.
Hey, Tommy, bet you're jealous. Wow, what? I just would love to take this, George, down the strip. This is a beautiful car, and it's all because of everything you guys have done at OPGI.
Yeah, we wanted something different this year. Different but familiar. It's still a GMA body. It's 1970 is the pinnacle of muscle car performance for them. And here you got a great example of the coolest car you could buy in 1970, which is a 442 W30 W machine with every bell and whistle you can think of on this.
As I sit in here, I am just amazed at how beautiful this car is, and it's all because of what you guys are able to do.
Exactly. I mean, you could point at any part of this car, and it's something that we replaced on it. We have everything in the interior: the dual gauge shifter, the 4-spoke steering wheel. If you want to convert your car into a 442, we also offer all that stuff: the rally gauge cluster package, you name it, the mirrors, the hoods, you know. But everything besides the actual body of the car itself for this model. We do offer bodies for some other models, but for this model, you could definitely have something that looks like this after you're done with us.
Well, this isn't the only beauty that you guys have in your booth.
No, this year we also did another rare car, which is a 72 El Camino Super Sport 454. You know, there's a lot of other more famous years, like the 1970 would be the one everyone sees, but a 72 454 SS is very rare, and we have one here in our booth with this, making a good companion to this 442.
Oh, guys, wouldn't kick either one of them out of my garage. They're both.
Neither would I.
They are both honeys. And something else you guys are doing, you have your Resto Parts. It's kind of like a different division almost.
We're introducing Resto Parts to the public this year. It is the name we are giving to the parts that OPGI is manufacturing. We've always been in manufacturing since like the early 80s, but now it's something that's becoming public. We've had the brand name for a while for our wholesale and our dealers, but now we're making it a little bit more public for the rest of the world. So when you see a part, doesn't matter where you buy it, it says Resto Parts, you can be guaranteed that OPGI makes it, we test it, we fit it, and we know it's good before it goes to market.
Wow, well, thanks for letting me sit in here. I wish we could take it down the strip right now. But you know what we need to do? We need to take a break, and we'll have more on Performance TV from SEMA right after this.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Latch and Load. No more load in the road. Boustain, forged with sweat and refined with know-how. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. And by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Performance TV from Las Vegas, Nevada at SEMA Show 2015. One of the neat things you see at SEMA is all the beautiful cars, and if I'm going to pick a car color, it's probably not going to be brown, but this car is beautiful. And you know, tell me about this car. I mean, why do we get the color brown?
Well, it was actually an interesting metamorphosis, really, in some respects. The owner was he's a major cigar fan, and he wanted a car that kind of represented his passion for his desire of cigars and taste and everything like that. And we started off with a brown. We realized that one of his favorite colors was a Chrysler brown, that he had a Chrysler 300 and it was a brown color like this. So we basically started working around that format. It's actually, believe it or not, it's a Volkswagen color, and then we switched up the pearls and the paintwork and everything like that, and that's what we ended up with now. It really switched it up.
Well, it is one beautiful car, and it even has a humidor inside. You see everything at SEMA. That's all I have here, Kathy. What have you got?
Now, I'm a drag racer, but I also appreciate all kinds of motorsports, including tractor and truck pulling. Battle of the Bluegrass, I've had a chance to go to a couple of those, and Diamond Pistons, you guys are really involved in that.
Yeah, Tom came up to us last year and really pitched it, and it was a great organization. I was familiar with it in the past, so it was exciting to get on board real late in the season, but they did everything to accommodate us, and it's been awesome. Our customers have been loving it. We picked up a couple new people on the tractor side and the semi-truck side of things, but it's a big growing market for us right now, the diesel and the antique tractor world, so it's been real good.
Diamond Pistons has been around for a long time, working in all different types of motorsports. How different is it working with the truck and tractor guys?
It's kind of the same. You know, we take the stuff we've learned from the past and the experience of the high-end racers and the drag racers from the past and kind of adapt it to the diesel world, especially now that the RPM barrier has been kind of broken and lifted. It's kind of, you know, the whole lightness and RPM and move things quicker and faster. It's helped.
You know, when I take a look at just a few of the pistons that you guys have, I mean, this is just touching the surface.
Right.
It amazes me how much work you guys have to put into all this.
Yeah, it takes some time. It's taking some time to perfect too, but all the 3D milling and 3D radiusing and lightning, you know, we take the extra time to make it look the best and perform the best.
Well, and all part of the performance, you need a really good valve train, and you guys got that covered too.
Yeah, we sure do. We've been putting a lot of work into the valve train components in the past 5 or 6 months, and continue to find new areas and new small trinkety parts that just play a huge role, but nobody seems to think about, and putting our own trend spin on the diesel parts, and really trying to keep up with the RPM that these guys are achieving, and just making it happen.
I know sometimes it's like, who's keeping up with who?
Oh yeah, it's a kind of one of those games, you know. But we're used to it. We've been around for a long time, and we've got our secret weapon here, and yeah, we're just ready to take it by storm.
All right, well, we're ready to take even more of this show by storm. And Tommy, what do you have for us next?
If you've got a pickup and you've hauled a load that extends out over the tailgate, you're worried about it falling out, we've got a solution. Latch and Load. I'm with Dennis from Latch and Load. How does this work?
Well, Tommy, how this works is basically we came up with a tool that latches to your pickup. What we do is we unlatch it. We have latches that actually go into, the pins that go into the latches themselves. We clip it down. And now we have our tool that's tied down to the tailgate. Anything you have that hangs over the tailgate that might extend out past it, now you have a way to tie it down. If you have something that's really heavy and you're worried about breaking the straps on your pickup, what we have is what we call the strap support. So what we do is we take that on there, unlatch it, put it on the inside of our tool, latch it down, and now we're taking the pressure off our straps.
Right, locks it right into place. No tools necessary, just goes right in all the stock mounts.
All pops right in there.
Now you've got accessories as for it as well.
Yes.
If you're going to load something into your back of your truck, need ramps, you've got something for that.
Yes, we actually have what we call a ramp lock. This is a plate we sell that'll bolt onto your existing ramps that you own. All you do is bolt it to your ramps, slide it into the tool, lay it down, and now you don't have to worry about it falling off the back of your pickup. You can drive right up on it. The wraps aren't going to go anywhere. You're going to be safe.
A lot more secure, locking them in place.
Yes.
You've also got all accessories for it as far as flags.
Yep, we have actually a fold-out flag that bolts to this tool. If you have an extended load, you just fold your flag out. You don't have to worry about tying a flag on sheetrock or anything like that.
And if you're out in the field working, you got something for the guys that want to work out of the back of their truck.
Yeah, we got your clamp buddy, basically. This latches into the tool. That's your third hand. You got a material laying out there, and now all you do is tighten it down, cut your material off, away you go.
And you've even thought of the guys at the game wanting to tailgate, have a little fun. They can use this as well.
We have our what we call the Latch-A-Q. We just came up with this. It's actually a barbecue that hangs off the side of our tool. We have a clamp accessory for it. We clamp it on, and away you go. You can actually barbecue and have your tailgater party.
I tell you what, if you've got a pickup, you haul some loads, you're going to need one of these. Latch and load. Be sure and get yourself one.
That's all we have time for this week here on Performance TV. We'll see you next time around.